Hello babes, what's up? Today we are going to be doing our brow lamination, a lash lift, and a brow tint. And I'm gonna be taking you along with me for all of it. So first things first, you're gonna need your lash lift kits. This is what we're using for both steps, okay? So what comes in your kits? I'm gonna have this link down below. I picked it up on Amazon. I have used this before, so some of the products are a little emptier than they would for you. But you get a glue, and you're gonna need this to glue your lashes to the sticky pad, as well as glue your brows upwards so you can set them. You get a perm solution, a fixation, a nutrition, a cleanser, lift pads for your lashes, and a cleaning tool to clean everything off. Other things you're gonna need at home though, I would say, is pick up these little spoolie wands from Amazon. They look like this. And they have like a little lint-free applicator on the ends. These are so helpful. Also pick up some mascara wands. These are perfect, got them on Amazon too. Pick up an extra glue. So I picked up this Duo one. I hope you guys can read it. It is the Duo Rose Water and Biotin Strip Lash Adhesive. It's formaldehyde and latex free. So I picked this one up. It's the most gentle glue. And I thought that'd be a good one to use in this kit if I run out of the glue in here. Because you will get multiple applications from this. I have done my brow lamination, I think 3 times now using this kit, and it is not empty. So keep that in mind. The glue is running out though, which is why I picked up an extra glue. You're also gonna wanna keep a little cleanser on hand. Even though a cleanser comes in here, I personally like to use my micellar water instead. I think it works better. For your brow tint, whatever tint product you're gonna use, do your thing. But for me, I'm gonna be using the Just for Men Mustache and Beard Dye. If you're curious, the color I use is M45 Dark Brown. I would never use black, even though my eyebrows are naturally jet black. This is a perfect like blend. It looks great on them. I've done this a few times. This went around like 2 years ago, and it has been a ride or die like beauty secret for me ever since. So if you haven't tried this out, you should. There's other brow tints on the market now, so I might try out some other ones, but this is like a ride or die. You can always pick it up in the store. She's always there for you type product, and that's why I use her. Next, you're gonna want some cotton rounds to help with the cleansing process when you need to wipe things off. And last, random of most, is some saran wrap. The instructions do call for a saran wrap. After each step, you're basically putting saran wrap over and sitting for 8 to 12 minutes, depending on your hair processing time. Oh, and also I've got some tweezers because I'm gonna be working on these funky little brows because girl, they need more than just a lamination. They need help, you know? My brows are still in 2020 and I'm just trying to move on to 2021, okay? But they're still in 2020. Just a disaster, a mess, all of it. So y'all, let's get into it. Okay, babe, so we begin by just cleaning our lashes and brows with some micellar water and a cotton round. And then we're going straight into the brows. So I'm gonna be using a little mascara wand, and I'm going straight into gluing my brows upward. You're gonna use the lash glue from the kit or whatever extra lash glue you have. I still had some left in the kit, so I'm just using that one. And you can see I'm going by section in my brows, just making little micro sections and brushing the hair up. Also, be careful with your baby hairs. Make sure they are fully tucked out of the way so you don't get them glued in here too. And next we're going in with step 1, which would be the perming solution. So I'm taking these little spoolies or cotton rounds, I guess, whatever, cotton sticks, I don't even know, but I'm just applying it all over my brows. And you want to make sure you're getting a good coating and every single hair to its tip is getting coated, especially if you're like me and you have curly hair. Your brows tend to curl a bit too, so really get them root to tip. And then wipe off the excess and cover with some saran wrap. You're gonna have to do this after every step. So you're gonna let this sit for 8 minutes. For every single step, I let it sit for 8 minutes. After the 8 minutes, I remove it and I apply the next step. So this is the fixation solution. You apply it right on top of the perming solution. Do not wipe it off because it will make your brows move. It'll move the glue and then your brows will be looking wonky as hell, okay? So don't wipe it off. Just go straight in on top with the fixation and you're going to go right back on with a piece of saran wrap for another 8 minutes. It says you can do anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes, but I just stick to 8 minutes because this does dry out your brows. Next, you're going in with step 3, which is the nutrition. Now, the nutrition is an oil, and it basically just makes it a bit easier to get the glue off. So once you've massaged that all in, go ahead with your cleanser, or in my case, a micellar water on a cotton round, and just soak that glue off because, you know, the glue is going to be kind of caked up in your brows. But at this point, your brows are pretty much done, and you can kind of brush them, and they will stay wherever you put them. And don't worry guys, we're not done with the brows. I am trying to grow my brows in, so I left some straggler hairs, but I will come back and fix them up before we tint the eyebrows. So I'm just brushing them all in place, and I'm gonna add a little bit more of the nutrition oil just to keep them moisturized because this is a perm, it is drying. It's hair, same as the hair on your body or on top of your head. If you do something like a perm or a dye, like hair color dye or anything like that, you're gonna wanna give it some nourishment. So that's what I'm using the nutrition oil for, to just nourish them up so they don't dry out, break off, or have any problems because ain't nobody trying to not have eyebrows, okay? Next, I'm going to apply these little under eye pads. They seriously are not necessary. They're just a fun little addition. I love to add them under my eyes and just give it some moisture. And we're going to go straight in to gluing these on. So guys, I'm going to brush my lashes in a downward motion first. And then I'm going to get my little lash pad. The lash pad that I'm using is the smallest one because I feel like my lashes needed the most like lift that I could get out of them. So I used the smallest pad size and I put some glue on the back, let it get tacky, and then stuck that straight onto my eye. And you can kind of see it glues down pretty quickly, and then just hold it in place for a second and make sure it is glued down sturdy. This protects your eyelid, but it also gives your lashes the bump. So you don't want to rush this step. Make sure it is perfectly set because that is how your lashes are going to lift. Now you can see I'm putting a little glue on the bump pad first and then gluing my lashes. Kind of the same process as what you did with your eyebrows. Go mini section by mini section. Take your time and really smooth them on there because this is how they're going to be stuck after you have done this process. And then you can use the little excess product remover tools to just kind of hold them up there. That's what I did. I find that my lashes in the middle of my eye have the toughest time sticking. So I really was taking my time, making sure they were glued down properly because I don't want them dipping in the middle. Obviously, having those lashes in the center of your eye up to the ceiling is going to make your eye look more open. And I tend to feel like my eyes don't look open. So that's why I was really focusing on that area. For you, say you want to exaggerate your cat eye, maybe you push more on the lashes on the outside edge to really make sure they get the most lift. It's wherever you feel like it gives you the most benefit. Or you can be like me and just kind of make sure they're all shoved up. But I really focus on the center because I really want my eyes to have more of an open look, even when I have on no makeup. Oh, we lost the clip, but basically I put on step 1 in the same fashion I'm about to put on step 2. So I put on the saran wrap, let it sit for 8 minutes, just like I did with the brows. Here's step 2, which is the fixation solution, and it's the same thing. Just glob that on, but be very careful because this is by your eyes, so don't put on like an excessive amount. And use that little remover tool to get off any excess so it does not get into your eyes. I didn't have any trouble with this, so, you know, take your time and it'll go well. I let that sit for another 8 minutes, and now I am applying the nutrition oil and applying it underneath to help get the pad off and get all the glue off my eye. I'm just kind of rubbing it into my lashes because there will be a lot of glue kind of gunked up and caked up everywhere. So just take your time massaging that oil in because it helps get a lot of it off before you go in with a cotton round with a cleanser, or in my case, a micellar water. And you can see I'm just holding it there for a few seconds, just like if you were taking off any makeup or any glue. This isn't going to damage the process you just did, so you'll be completely fine letting it sit and taking it off. And now we are back to our brows. So I'm just going to trim my brows up and tweeze them. But like I said, I really want my brows to grow in more, so I'm not tweezing too many outlier hairs because I want those to become a part of my brow shape. I really want like a nice soft fluffy brow, like the supermodel brows, how they have that big fluffy sassy sexy brow. That's what I really want. So I am not plucking too much. I know it's gonna look a little wild for a little bit, but bear with me, y'all. So I'm taking like a little bit, maybe like a pea-sized amount of the developer and the dye, and then I'm going in with an angled brush and just applying that to all of my brows. Now I know for some of you guys, you might be like, why are you tinting your eyebrows if you already have naturally dark brows? I like to tint my brows because I feel like it makes the color a little richer, and it also does tint the skin in between the eyebrows. And for some reason that doesn't come off as quickly as the extra tint. As you can see on my brows, how it's like a little darker around the edges, that comes off within 24 hours. But that tint in between your brow hairs on your skin stays for like 2 weeks, and I just love it because it makes it easier to fill them in every day. But you guys can see I'm just gonna brush everything up to show you a final look. I really love how this came out, and I'm also going to give you a sneak peek of what it looks like with makeup on, so you know kind of the vibe when you're all set. Okay guys, so I just wanted to pop on and show you what the brows and lashes look like with a little bit of makeup on. All I have in is a little bit of brow pencil and soap to help them like stay up all day, and then some mascara and the Laneige lip mask. And you can see, oh yeah, and inner tear duct highlight, but you can see I feel like my lashes look really big and my brows look really good and like natural, almost the macrobladed kind of look. And I think what I'm going to do is get a lash growth serum and use that on both to help my brows grow in a little thicker and help my lashes grow in a little thicker, and then just keep doing this process every few months. And I think it's going to be like my go-to because I'm really into this minimalist natural beauty. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I just wanted to show you what it looked like with a little makeup on a few days later because I felt like my brows looked a little intense after the tint, but you can see that went away and now you can just fill them in like normal and they just look so stinking good. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because it really helps us out in the algorithm. If you love this video, share it with someone you love so they can get all the tips and tea because we are not stingy on this channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!